got a big here. How are you guys tonight, huh? Enjoying it? You guys are out there? Oh, yeah. Well, let's get this out of the way. I'm white and I'm short. But I am taller on my back. Brooke. Where's Brooke? Where'd she go?
Right here.
Oh, there she is. Hey, I got a ticket the other day going down Highway 69. Yeah, it was for going lickety split. So, our theme tonight is confessions. Oh, God. Yes, I gotta confess. I smoked weed the other day for the first time in 40 years. Come on. I was born in the 50s, so I grew up in the 60s and 70s. But I'll tell you what, in the last 40 years, marijuana has come up to a whole new level of highs. Oh my gosh. I get home, I am so high. When I do get home, I'm starting to watch movies with dinosaurs in them. And by the third movie, I can tell you who was using real dinosaurs. Jurassic Park wasn't even close. Oh. I met my lady on online. I met her on POF. And I was asking her the other day, I says, you had a bunch of guys that were after you. What made you choose me out of all these guys? I mean, these guys were making six figures, they had educations, even one was a doctor. And she goes, well, you were the only one that didn't send me a dick pic. And I thought, that's pretty cool, because I like to get mine in person. So, yeah. So, we're sitting there the other day at the table, and I go, well, why don't we start our own dating service, or our own dating app? We'll call it POF, or POW. It stands for plenty of wrinkles, for people our age. We'll have little tutorials on how to write an ad for older people. One of them, if you wear diapers, instead of calling it I wear Depends, you can say I have my own personal toilet assist. And we'll have software on there that will help perk things up, and we'll have a below-the-belt enhancer if anybody needs that. And one of the reasons I didn't send a dick pic, because, look at me first. I'm not very tall, right? It'd have to be photoshopped, because it looked like it was 2 inches. 2 inches from the ground. Hell yeah. Hey, do you guys, any of you guys have magazines on the back of your toilet? Yep. You don't do that anymore, you young people? What do? You take your cell phones in there, or your smartphones, and you sit there and you swipe away till your legs go numb? Yep. Yeah, that's one of the other things too. Yeah. Wait till the jig is up, right? Yeah. Well, I have those magazines on my toilet still, because I'm of that age. So I go in the bathroom, and I'm going through the magazines, and there's a brand new magazine that my lady had put in there, and it was a Cosmopolitan. So I'm sitting there, and I'm going through it, and it's got all these relationship quizzes in there. And they're asking you things like, is your man romantic enough? Does he say I love you when he leaves the house? Is he attentive to your needs in bed? Now these questions are rated 1 through 5. 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. Now I know why she calls me her little number 1. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys like your coffee in the morning? Do you? I do. I love my coffee. I was out buying some coffee the other day, and I found a bag of coffee that had shroom powder in it. And as I was reading the label, it said each cup is magical. So now I get into this coffee. All right, I take this coffee home, make a pot of this coffee, and I'm into it 2 cups. I'm into this coffee 2 cups. And my morning got magical, all right. It got so magical that I took off all my clothes. I'm running around outside naked. My lady's yelling at me, get back in the house now. The neighbors already know you're crazy. Now they can see your nuts. So I come back into the house. I close the door. All of a sudden there's a knock on the door. And I'm still having a magical moment here. I open up the door. It's 2 police officers standing there. Now, they're looking at me up and down. And I think they felt sorry for me because they didn't take me to jail. They wrote me out a ticket. Now, the ticket wasn't for indecent exposure. It was for inadequate exposure. I was in the military. I was in Afghanistan. And our mission, I was on a 6-man team, and we were in communications. And I was Air Force, and I was assigned to the Army, me and these 5 other guys. And our mission was to fix communication systems that were either blown up or got shot at, whatever. So we'd have to go out to these outposts. Well, one day, this outpost got hit pretty hard, so they needed 3 guys to go off our team. So our team lead and 2 other guys are going to go. So now we're at the helicopter, we're at the LZ, we're loading the stuff up there. 2 of our guys are already on the helicopter, they're grabbing the tools, loading that stuff up. The team lead grabs me and he says, "You gotta go, I can't go." And I'm like, "Why do I have to go?" He goes, "Because I had a dream last night that this aircraft, or this helicopter is gonna crash and everybody on it's gonna die." Dick move, right? Yeah, dick move. He goes, "You're going." So luckily, I had my stuff in the Humvee. I had my IBA, which is your individual body armor, all my ammo, had my weapon with me. I jump on there. We take off. Now, the 2 guys that I'm with, they knew they were going, so they had their rucksacks. So they had clean underwear, personal hygiene gear, toothbrush, all that stuff. We're gone 4 days. All I got's a water bottle. Now, we make it back. So you can tell that the helicopter didn't crash. We make it back. Team lead's there at the LZ. We're unloading stuff. He goes, "How'd it go?" And I go, "Let me tell you something. You're a dick. You know, that was a dick move to pull on somebody." 2 things I learned. 1, that guy's a dick. 2, his dreams do not come true. 3, if you poke holes strategically in a water bottle, you can clean any crevice in your body. Hey, my name's Casey. It has been a pleasure. Thanks for coming out, guys. It's been one of our